Barbie, the Warner Brothers movie, has shattered box office records, earning $52 million in the US and Canada over 2 consecutive weekdays. It surpassed previous records held by The Dark Knight and Aquaman. The film also crossed $200 million in domestic box office earnings after 5 days. Oppenheimer, a competitor, has been successful for Universal Pictures, grossing over $107 million with glowing reviews. A fire broke out on a cargo ship carrying nearly 3,000 cars off the coast of the Dutch island of Ameland. 1 sailor died, and 22 crew members were injured. Some crew members had to jump into the sea to escape the blaze. A major salvage operation is underway, and authorities fear the fire could burn for days. The cause of the fire is unknown, but it's suspected to have involved an electric car. Delegations from Russia and China visited Pyongyang to celebrate North Korea's Victory Day in the Korean War. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu, a key figure in Russia's invasion of Ukraine, was given a tour of a defense exposition by North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Both delegations expressed support for North Korea and its military. The event highlights the importance of North Korea's relationships with Russia and China, but also raises concerns about their support for a rogue regime. An 18-year-old man was shot and killed in South Philadelphia during an ambush where 3 suspects opened fire on him and a group of 5 others, including a youth counselor. The incident, caught on surveillance video, occurred near the Christian Street YMCA. The victim was taken to the hospital but succumbed to multiple gunshot wounds. The suspects fled in a gray Dodge Durango, and police are investigating possible connections to another shooting that occurred nearby on Napa Street. No arrests have been made. Extreme heat waves are affecting ocean temperatures globally, with Florida's waters experiencing temperatures comparable to hot tubs. One sensor buoy off the coast of Florida registered a stunning 101.1 degrees Fahrenheit, raising concerns about coral reef damage. The Coral Restoration Foundation warned of a severe and urgent crisis with an unprecedented heat wave leading to a potential coral die-off. Climate change and altered weather patterns contribute to the alarming rise in ocean temperatures worldwide. Donald Trump has been charged with 37 federal crimes related to the alleged unlawful retention of national defense information, adding to the legal pressure he faces as he seeks the Republican presidential nomination for 2024. A Florida federal judge rejected his bid to delay the trial, setting a start date of May 2024. Trump also faces other criminal charges in New York and is the subject of a Department of Justice special counsel probe. If convicted, he could face decades in prison. Trump has pleaded not guilty and continues to portray himself as a victim of political persecution. Over 140 million Americans are under heat alerts as a brutal heat wave engulfs the country. Parts of the Midwest and Northeast are expected to experience record-high temperatures, with heat indices exceeding 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Cities like New York, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, and others are bracing for potentially dangerous conditions. PJM Interconnection, the nation's largest power grid system, has declared an emergency alert. President Joe Biden is set to announce actions to combat extreme heat. Alicia Navarro, a teenager with autism who went missing in 2019, was found in a small Montana town near the Canadian border. Now 18, she walked into a police station seeking help to clear her name from a missing juvenile list. The circumstances of her disappearance and return remain unclear, and police are investigating the matter further. Navarro's safe return has brought relief to her family, but questions about her time away persist. A crane collapse in New York City resulted in injuries to 12 people, including 9 civilians and 3 firefighters. The incident occurred at a construction site on 10th Avenue and 41st Street during a 5-alarm fire. The crane's boom collapsed, striking a building across the street. The fire has been extinguished, but investigations into the cause of the collapse are underway. The impacted buildings have been deemed structurally stable by the Department of Buildings. Brian Speakman, a Circleville police officer, was fired after unleashing a police dog on Jadarius Rose, a black truck driver who was surrendering on July 4th. Despite the use of Force Review Board finding the department's policy for canines was followed, Speakman's actions were deemed unacceptable. The police union filed a grievance to overturn the termination. Disturbing bodycam footage captured the incident where the dog attacked Rose despite his compliance with conflicting orders. Amid Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine and international isolation, the Russia-Africa Economic and Humanitarian Forum aims to showcase loyalty from African allies. However, African leaders must be wary not to inadvertently endorse the invasion or sign problematic trade deals. The 2019 Russia-Africa Summit in Sochi gave President Putin an undeserved platform, despite Russia's questionable global conduct. Caution is advised in engaging with Russia's overtures in light of its actions in Ukraine. Niger's army backs the coup initiated by soldiers from the Presidential Guard to prevent destabilization, aiming to protect the president's safety and avoid harm to the population. President Mohamed Bazoum urges democratic forces to resist the power grab, emphasizing the importance of safeguarding hard-won democratic gains. Despite the coup attempt, not all of the army is involved, and Western officials see uncertainty surrounding its status. Niamey remains quiet, under a nationwide curfew imposed by the coup instigators. Recent events highlighting the rejection of an unusual plea deal offered to Hunter Biden by the DOJ intensify the divide among Republican voters ahead of the 2024 presidential race. Many believe Biden received special treatment compared to Trump, who faces potential indictments. GOP support for Trump remains strong, bolstered by claims of a double standard in the legal system.